Okay, let's just jump right in. Today, we're going to crack the code on getting packages delivered to the Canary Islands without getting hammered by fees. And there's a magic word you need to know: Autodespacho. I mean, if you live in the Canaries, you've been there, right? You order something, you're excited, you're tracking it, and then it just vanishes into a logistical black hole. This poor soul on Reddit knows exactly what I'm talking about. So what do you do now? Well, we're going to figure out why this happens, and more importantly, how to get your stuff out of jail.
So first things first, let's actually see what's happening here. I like to call it the Canary Import trap.
Take a look at this. It's kind of crazy when you see it laid out like this, right? On the left, you've got what you actually paid for your item, let's say 20 euros. And on the right, that giant skyscraper of a bar, that's what you often end up paying in total. Now look closely. That tiny little blue sliver at the bottom, that's the actual tax, the IGIC. It's almost nothing. The huge, angry red block that's making up 90% of the cost, those are the courier's fees, handling, admin, paperwork. You're basically paying them a fortune just to move a piece of paper.
And that cost trap, well, that leads us right to the heart of the whole problem. To really get it, we need to talk about this sort of invisible tax border that surrounds the Canary Islands.
This table lays it all out. Politically, yeah, the Canary Islands are 100% part of Spain, part of the EU, no question. But, and this is the big but, the whole reason for this mess, fiscally, we are outside the European VAT area. So what does that mean in plain English? It means that every single package that crosses that water from mainland Spain or anywhere else in the EU is technically an import. Every single one.
So you'd think the local tax, the IGIC, is the bad guy here, right? Well, nope, not even close. The standard rate is just 7%. That's way less than the 21% IVA you'd pay on the mainland. And for a lot of things, like books, it's actually 0. So let's be super clear. The tax itself is almost never the problem. Okay, so we get the problem. We know why it happens. But now for the good part. The solution. It has a name, and that name is Autodespacho. This, my friends, is how you take back control from the couriers.
I mean, just look at this showdown. It's wild. On one side, you let the courier handle it. It's expensive, you have no idea what's going on, you have zero control. On the other side, Autodespacho. You only pay the actual tax you owe, you are in complete control of the process, and you get official documents from the tax office to prove it. And what's the cost to you? Maybe 15-20 minutes of your time at your computer. That's it.
All right, I know what you're thinking. This sounds awesome, but it's got to be super complicated, right? Government websites and all that. Don't worry, I promise you, it's not rocket science. We're going to walk through it step by step.
Okay, before you start, you just need to get 3 things ready. First, you need a way to prove your you online. That's your digital identity, like the clave system. Think of it as your online passport. Second, and this is super important, you need the secret codes for your package, the sumaria and the partida. You have to ask the courier for these. Be proactive about it. And third, pretty obvious, you need the receipt, your invoice, saved as a PDF.
So you've got your 3 items. Now what? You log in to the Spanish tax agency's website, the AET. The whole process from there is just 4 simple steps. 1, you type in your package info. 2, you upload that invoice. 3, the system tells you exactly what tax you owe, and you pay it right there online. And then, the magic happens. Step 4, you download a document called the Levant.
This PDF, this is your golden ticket. It's the official customs release. You just email this thing to the courier and bam, they are now legally obligated to give you your package. No more arguments, no more handling fees. The game is over and you won.
Now, that's how it all works today. But you need to lean in and listen to this next part because it is so important. We've got to talk about 2026. There's a massive change coming. And this skill we're learning right now, it's about to go from a neat trick to an absolutely essential survival tool.
You know this number, right? 150 euros. For years, it's been this kind of magic line in the sand for small online orders. If your package was worth less than this, it was a simplified process, often totally tax-free. Well, say goodbye to it.
This is the deadline, folks. After July 1st, 2026, that 150 euro limit for packages coming from outside the EU, like from the US or China, it's gone. Poof. Everything is going to get taxed right from the very first cent. And get this, they're also adding a new flat fee per item. And you can bet the couriers are going to turn that little government fee into 15, 20, maybe even 25 euros of their own admin fees. Imagine paying that on a €5 item from AliExpress. The costs are going to explode.
So what on earth does this all mean for us? It's pretty simple, actually. Getting good at this whole self-clearance thing isn't just a nice-to-have anymore. It's going to be the only way to avoid getting fleeced, especially on all those small orders from outside the EU. So let's wrap this all up into 4 golden rules.
Think of this as your new Bible for importing anything. Rule number 1. Enforce IVA exclusion. Only ever buy from online stores that correctly remove the 21% mainland Spanish VAT when they ship to you. Rule 2. Timing is everything. Be proactive. Ask for those Sumaria and Partido codes the second your package tracking shows it has landed in mainland Spain, not when it's already here. You'll save yourself so much time and stress. 3. Insist on clean invoices. Make sure the item cost and the shipping costs are listed as 2 separate lines. If they're not, you'll end up paying tax on the shipping. And the final, most important rule, defend your Levante. Once you have that PDF, you hold all the power. Do not accept any more charges from the courier. That document is your free pass.
And that's it. You are now officially armed and dangerous. Right now you might be wondering if it's worth a little bit of effort. But very, very soon, the real question is going to be, can you really afford not to?